Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Armchair Keepers of Arcane Secrets. I'm your first host, Matt Ryan,
I'm your second host, Bob Geis.
and it's been just a short minute between our last episode and this episode. Life has taken Bob and I on a couple of journeys, but we've returned and we're back and we're ready for some hot action. Is that right?
Absolutely. Those charges will never stick.
We got nothing to worry about. We got nothing to worry about. We're kings.
Yep.
Okay, so uh where are you, Bob? Where are you in your great grand master of your Arla Hotep campaign?
Hey, I thought I was going to be heading out of England, but my compadres they they did a double take, and instead of going, I was planning on going to Hinton Manufacturing and the Mizir House for the last ceremony. That
Excellent.
was where we left things at the end of the last session. However, at the beginning of the session that I had just this last Thursday, my guy said, "Hey, let's go infiltrate the Pinhue Foundation." I was like, "What?" And so it's one of those things where it's like, you prep for things that you think your team is going to do, and then they pull a 180. And it had been a minute since I had read the stuff for the Pinhue Foundation. So what my guys did was, they infiltrated that like James Bond ninjas, right? It was crazy.
Okay,
They
now wait. But why did they decide to do that?
Okay, so yeah, so in the last end of the last sessions, they had met with Zahara, and she had basically after I don't know if I told you about the last session, but they were accosted by her cronies, right? They had met Yalisha, they had gotten the napkin, they talked to Yalisha, and then the combat with three cultists. Just this little crew of cultists, who had been spying on them. They found them out. So my guys engaged them. My guys are quick to engage, and
Yes.
this combat went in a very strange way. The first round, two of my guys rolled extreme successes on their shots, and so they basically murdered two of these guys right out of the gate. Just boom, they were done.
Drop. Yeah.
And then the last guy, he stuck around for a couple more rounds where he beat the crap out of two of the other players with the cult club with the little wicked spike. And so they but they put him down. And my guys,
Now, where did this happen? This happened now like on a London street.
a fog shrouded London street. In the evening after they had visited the Blue Pyramid. So but it was kind of cool because that incredible success that they had had on that combat influenced Zahara's opinion of them. She thinks they're like American rootin' tootin' cowboys, right? Just able to murder people with impunity. And so she later contacted them saying, "Hey, I can help you. You can help me. We can get rid of Edward Gavigan because he's terrible, and I'm really quite nice." And so they bought it, and so that was the general plan. So kind of bringing us back to where I started. Their plan was in 3 days to go to Mizir House to deal with Edward Gavigan. I thought that they would spend those 3 days visiting Hinson Manufacturing, but they decided that they needed the
No.
loose end of the Pinhue Foundation. Uh, so again, they infiltrated that very easily. There's only two people on staff at night, if I read it right from the text. So they went into the Pinhue Foundation, and again, the people who are there are not like just hired people; they're cultists. So the night watchman and the cleaning lady were found and dealt with uh, brutally by my savage.
Murdered again. So what's the
Yes.
body count on your team?
Oh my gosh. I mean, after all the horrendous, well, I guess they only killed two people in New York, right? The zombies notwithstanding, but they definitely killed those and they burnt down the Juju house. Now they've killed uh, oh no, wait, forgot the three people that they murdered in Jackson Elias's room. They got those two more, so they're up to about 10 people that they've killed, right?
Oh,
And they're
my
just
team. I think my team's murdered one or two. I'm very good at just saying Well, I don't know if I'm good at it, but I'll just have an NBC drop. They'll do some damage, and I'll
No,
say, "Oh, he falls over." So maybe he's dead, maybe he's not dead, but essentially he's out of the thing.
my guys are awful, awful. They torture and murder. They are truly the villains of this piece. Um, I need to do a better job of inflicting sanity penalties on them for their terrible, heinous acts. On these, they aren't quite
I,
innocent, but they're. I the PCs are not innocent either.
It's no, yes, yes, yes. But
But
I
in
have to
any
say,
case,
so but so but they went to the Penny Foundation because they figured everybody was going to be at the Mizzier house.
yeah, exactly,
That's
exactly.
good thinking. That's
That
good thinking.
they did, and they went in and they found it. They basically raided the place and got a bunch of stuff, which again, they don't know it yet, but when they do get the Mizzier house, and they do all the stuff, and if they take down Gavigan, Zahara is going to turn on him in a second, right? She's going to turn on him in a second, and that will be that for them, and they'll have to run away or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how it'll play out, but it's going to be great because that's how they did the Pinyu Foundation, they raided it, they got their stuff, and then they drove to Derby to Henson Manufacturing, where they just at the last 10 minutes of the session they dipped their toes into that. They saw the factory. They did a terrible job of trying to infiltrate the place. So much so that it was so awkward and so awful that it was just basically ignored as if they were just kind of some sort of tramp there trying to get a handout. But the good news is it was the end of the shift, and so all the people started leaving. So I think the next session should be fun as they try to figure out a way to infiltrate Hinson.
Well, that sounds like a good idea, and that's always a good place to leave a session, right? Right as
Yep.
you're kind of starting something new,
Yep.
so we know what we're going to be doing next time when we get together.
Exactly. Exactly. Definitely not like I did last session where it was way up in the air. But I also hear, so that was my England chapter, and I am anxious to hear about your Egyptian expedition.
In Cairo. Before we move to Cairo, let me make a couple of notes about England.
Hmm.
After my team went to the Henson Manufacturing, I realized that that's actually a winnable scenario for them because the cultist there that's at the head,
Yeah.
uh, Bobby Willie, whatever his name is,
Frank
the
Marshall.
Frank Marshall. He's defeatable.
Yep.
He's got some neat spells, so it's creepy, but he's defeatable. And
Yep.
I don't think Gavigan, if Gavigan gets all souped up with the
Yep.
onyx and the shielding and everything,
Yep.
I think he's defeatable.
He's a tough cookie, right? He's a tough cookie.
My team did a lot of running away in England, and so my last England session ended with them running from Mizzier House, and then the next day running from Henson Manufacturing, wanting to get on a boat as quickly as possible, and wanting to go to China.
Okay.
All right. So when we started this time, I told them that they moved. I had 4 out of my 7 players. So it was
Okay.
a nice tight crew, and I knew with fewer players, a lot was going to happen.
Hmm.
I said, all right, so you can move hotels, you can do whatever you want. You want to change hotels, fine, that happens. You change hotels. They change hotels a lot. Uh, and I said in the paper, right, in the newspapers, nothing is reported. None of these crimes, you don't see any mention of any of these crimes anywhere. So maybe the heat's off.
Hmm.
And I said, and then we figured out, on the map, I took one of the HPLHS maps and I drew in a red line, right? We did that last
Yep.
episode. So they knew they had to stop at Cairo. So as we started, I've been playing indie games. So I did this little thing that's more happens in indie games than in traditional games. But I said, all right, you've got a couple of days, and then we're ending England and we're going to advance characters.
Hmm.
So often, I don't, or we don't have a big range of skills that the players test against.
Okay.
it's to see if they can get a check or not.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
said, all right, guys, and we're going to do this. We're not going to do this in detail. This is just glossing over. But you've got 3 or 4 days in England. Is there a skill you would like to make a roll against so that you can then check against it in character development?
Hmm.
And they said, well, yeah, like I'd like to practice. One of the characters speaks Chinese. I'd like to practice my Chinese. Okay, we can figure that out. Make a skill test. Oh, you didn't make the roll, so you won't be able to test against it. But one of the neat things in doing that was that, I wanted to let them know that Cairo, I wanted to do this kind of in character. Cairo is going to be a lot more dangerous than England. And if they show up all slap happy with cards of where they're staying in Cairo, they're doomed.
Yes.
So one of the characters wanted to practice his stealth or something, and he was just going out to different bars and whatnot.
Hmm.
And in one of those bars, I had Yulisha show up.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So Yulisha survived her encounter
Hmm.
with Gavigan,
Hmm.
scarred by the lightning bolt that he threw at her. So she told him that Cairo is dangerous, and I wanted them to know that Dr. Kafur in the Egyptian Museum
Yeah.
was a solid ally that he could help.
Okay. Great. Great.
All right. So the player said to Yulisha, well, what are you going to do? And she said, well, I'm going to stay here and try to deal with Zahara.
Hmm.
I figure she's just going to move off stage, right? But the player said, no, you should come with us.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So I said, I didn't expect that, but I said, well, let's make opposed social roles
Okay.
as per the rules. So he succeeded. So
Oh,
Yulisha
wow.
said, all right, we're going to Egypt.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's
I was
fantastic.
very happy with the way that worked out. Okay, so they go to Cairo. I had recently read the H.P. Lovecraft story about that this chapter is based on. What's it called?
Imprisoned with the Pharaohs.
In Prison with the Pharaohs. And it was helpful. I would encourage anybody running this to just read, especially the beginning of that,
Yep.
where it's just talking about Alexandria and going up to Cairo. And
Yep.
I thought that was very descriptive stuff. I used that.
Yeah. No,
Right.
that's that was ghost written with Harry Houdini, right?
Right. So things kind of unfolded as I expected they would. Let's see. They had they went to Nazur, the guy that stole the items from the cult. They
Hmm.
talked to
Oh,
him
yeah.
a little bit. Well, I got to get my notes. It's been so long. I don't really have notes.
Truth.
They did a couple other inquiries. They went to the newspaper place, right? And they rooted through the newspapers. Who was that? Nigel Wasif.
Yeah.
And Nigel helped them out. They had some lunch, and he let them go through the records. The thing that I really wanted to do in the session was give them
Hmm.
this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what this is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right. There's a character like a woman
Hmm.
that's been damaged by the cult, and she has this very important artifact hidden in her house.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it's in like a chest or something off to the side room.
Yep.
So we're playing in our dining room, right? And we off to the side we have this wicker basket that's by the front door that we keep winter hats in and
Yeah.
things. So I cleared that out and I hid this in the basket and I put a blanket over it.
Genius.
So the whole time we're playing, we're going through all this. We're in the room we're doing this whole thing. And then the characters find, through this avenue, boop, 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 and all these different clues, they meet this old woman. And the old woman is kind of mute and she doesn't have hands.
Yeah, she's been messed up.
So I have them all make appearance rolls, which how many times do you ever make an appearance roll?
Nice.
The person who made the best appearance roll was a player, Meredith, a player. So I kind of hobbled over to her with my nubs. And I said, there's a wicker basket in the room with a brown and orange striped blanket over it, much like that. And I pointed across the room. and they're all looking and they see it. And then I just go over and I stand up, I scurry over to the table and I start poking Meredith with my nubs. Oh, it
Nice.
was, oh, I was hoping for a real jaw-dropping moment, and I got it.
Nice.
Meredith got up and she crossed the room and she's pointing at this blanket.
Yeah,
The other
yeah.
players are sitting down, literally jaws dropped, and then she pulls this out.
Yep. Yep.
And,
Yep.
and here we're gonna talk about how wonderful the props from the HP
Oh my
episode
gosh, yes.
are. And this, Bob, what is this?
That is half of the eye of light and darkness. Yes, yes. One half of it, right? The other half is elsewhere. We'll get to that. It's fantastic, though. I have it too, and I cannot wait for that moment as well. I will endeavor to pull it off with as much aplomb as you did.
Well, the reason I got it is because you told me we had to get it.
Yeah, there was really no choice. I mean, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it this thing right.
If you're going to play ball, right. That's the cost of playing ball at this level where we are.
Yeah, because we're pretty much professional game masters at this point.
Professional.
Professional.
The other thing that I want to say about Cairo that pleased me is my players. They learned where Omar Shakti lived,
Okay.
and they're talking about, well, what are we going to do? We do this, do this. I guess we'll go to Omar's house. And one of the players said, "Why?" And I
Good.
thought, oh, they're learning.
Yes. Like, let's go to Omar's house and give him our CVs and tell him where we're staying. Show our pictures of our kids. I mean, do they know how dangerous he is?
I don't think they do, but
Okay.
after England, they're very gun shy. Oh, and my players too. One of the things that they like to do when we get into the combat range is they like to snipe from afar with pistols. They like pistols because they can hide them.
Hmm.
They like to hide quite a ways away from the action, and then they use as much luck as they can to try to get an extreme shot
Yeah.
on the you know
It's not a bad plan. It's not a bad plan.
not a bad plan, but I say here are the rules. The pistol's not the best way to do that, and
No. I, yeah, I mean, in my last session, the two least able people to fight initiated the fight, and it was like, why? What was the plan here? Oh no, and you're losing badly? Yes, that's how that's going to work, right? Oh well,
yes.
they'll never.
The other interesting thing from my conclusion of England is there was no gained sanity. It
They
went as we closed the chapter. They didn't achieve any of the goals.
they didn't. Oh, they didn't. Wow, that's rough. That's rough. I mean, because again, that they need that sanity, right? Um, it's how are they doing on luck? Because again, my guys,
I've got a couple players that burn through it like it's hot oil. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And
absolutely.
I've got the players that hang on to it and they save it for.
Well, again, because I'm a terrible GM, and I didn't know that you can actually roll and get luck back. Um, my guys are trained, right, to not use luck willy-nilly, right? And so they are just now getting used to the idea of spending luck because they're going to gain luck, right? So it has definitely come into play more often, and it has helped them, right? I mean, they are definitely spending luck more freely than they used to because, again, they have to somehow survive this campaign.
Do you have a limit on how much luck they can spend?
No, no. Again, I do when I'm running, YouTube and Cthulhu games at a con. We limit that to 10 points of luck. But here at the table, if they want to blow their entire, luck on something, that's fine. But I also make them, I don't know if you do, but I make them frequently roll against luck, right? Again, do I have a flashlight? Make a
Group
luck
luck
roll.
rolls. The group luck roll.
Oh my gosh, I mean, I haven't had them make a lot of group luck rolls, but a group luck roll with some clown who's spending all their luck is a killer.
Oh, I love it. I do it all the time. I do
That's
it
great.
all the time. I try to save it for once a session, but I love when they turn on each other.
Like, well, you're spending all your luck on stupid stuff.
Right. No, I let them spend as much as they want. How often do your folks push rolls?
Not as often as I would like, because again, I personally think that that is one of my favorite rules. I love the pushing because again, as a player, as a GM, I don't think that there's no loss, right? I mean, if you blow the roll, something fantastic is going to happen. If you make the roll, something fantastic is going to happen. I don't care. I love it. Uh,
Yeah,
but
I wish my team would push rolls more too, but I think that's me because I never did it a lot in former sessions.
yeah,
Like in Hoto, I didn't have a lot of push rolls. We always just kind of went straight into the spend luck or not.
yeah,
Uh, but then I played with a couple folks at Chaosium Con that know the rules very well, and pushed almost every roll they failed. Like they
yeah.
would make a roll and think, okay, how can I push this? How can I push this? And I really appreciated that.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I love as a GM, it gives me uh, a lot of fuel to make things interesting.
Yes, yes.
And I mean,
Making
sometimes
things interesting. That's the name of the game, right, folks?
absolutely, absolutely. And sometimes I actually it works out doubly in their favor, right? So sometimes if they push a roll and they fail it, I will say okay, and I won't have the impact occur immediately. It could be like, okay, this will happen later on in the game because of that failed roll. But if in the course they do something that prevents that reality from happening, they win twice.
Oh, I would forget about it.
No, again, I treasure those moments.
Bob, what's on your schedule coming up? We've got some appearances we're going to be making, right?
We have a heck of a busy schedule coming up. We are coming up onto Gen Con.
It's the
And,
big one. It's the big show.
and ladies and gentlemen, our 122 subscribers, I have something incredible to talk about, and that is that I will have the honor in the gaming basement of hosting my co-host Matt Ryan plus Paul and Mike for a gaming session. That is like a nerd fanboy's incredible ultimate dream.
Well, let's put this in perspective. Bob Geis has been running quality games for how long and entertaining hundreds, and I'm not exaggerating, hundreds of people. And I have long been wanting to play in one of your games. And now not only am I get to play in one of your games, which I've never done, I get to do it in your house. And I want to have the same pizza that you buy every week, and I want to have the same I want the total Geis experience. I'm going to be taking pictures left and right, folks. I'll be that, maybe I'll make a blog post of a blog that we don't yet have.
Maybe you'll see a cat, one of our cats steal a piece of pizza, right? It's been known to happen.
There you go. There you go. So we're gonna be at Gen Con. So I'm gonna be I'm running a couple of games. I'm running a game for YouTube Ken Cthulhu. YouTube Ken
Yep.
Cthulhu. I'll pack my shirt. I'm running one or two, what do they call them? VIP games, which always surprises me that I'm running VIP games. But and other than that, I'm going to be at the Chaosium booth. So I hope you come visit me. And Bob, you're gonna try to spend some time at the Chaosium booth.
Yeah, if I have time, again, seeing as I'm part of the crew now as an adjunct intern, trial intern, whatever I am, but I can process a sale at the Chaosium booth. I did it at Origins.
So come and let us process some sales for you. We're still working on some specialty. We're still working on the pin, and that's me kind of falling down on the job. We're still working on an armchair keeper pin for people that are interested. And we're trying to put together a little flyer thing to get the word around, to share the love, Bob.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. But no, it's going to be fantastic. I really hope that some of our subscribers come up and say, hey, I did meet one of our subscribers at Origins. It was a big deal. I don't know
Yeah,
if it was a
we've
big
had
deal for
that
him, but it
story
was a
yet.
big deal for me. Yeah.
Oh, Bob, you're a good man. Folks, thanks for tuning in this week for Murder, Mystery, and Mayhem.
And we'll see you in a couple. It'll be a couple weeks because we got a lot of stuff going on.
We got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, and did we do the begging? Do we
Oh,
beg?
no. And okay, we're up to like 122 subscribers, and you know that you have friends and family. So smash that like button. share, subscribe, do all the
Yes, sir.
things, all the
Yes.
things. All right,
Thank
there you go.